I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him.
Jayda Wayda just slipped up in a way that got the whole internet losing its mind. She basically confirmed what people have been whispering for years about Lil Baby's so-called sugar daddy. And yes, it's exactly who everybody thought it was. Now, she didn't go on live and drop the man's name straight up, but the hints she left, the way she's been moving, and the whispers from people close to her made the picture crystal clear. Fans online are piecing it all together, pointing fingers at one of the most powerful names in Lil Baby's circle. The same man tied to that infamous white party photo that had everybody talking, the endless private jets, the courtside NBA seats, and all those billionaire-only connections that Lil Baby always seemed to have access to out of nowhere. This isn't just a random rich friend. People are convinced this was the man pulling strings behind the scenes, giving Lil Baby the kind of lifestyle most rappers only dream about. But here's the real kicker. The internet doesn't think this was just about money or business anymore. Rumor is Jayda allegedly walked away because she found out that what was being sold to the public as mentorship was way more personal than anybody imagined. And the way she's been acting lately, posting slick captions, throwing shade, and suddenly moving different, has fans saying she basically exposed everything without saying a word. The timing, the so-called receipts, and her whole vibe right now got people convinced Lil Baby's biggest secret is out. And when Jayda started talking about how she tried to give him another chance but couldn't do it anymore, that was the breadcrumb everybody needed to believe she had already made her mind up about what was really going down. Once Jayda dropped that breadcrumb, people didn't even need to play detective anymore. The name was already sitting in everybody's mind, clear as day. And instantly, it all circled back to that photo.
I would say my last relationship definitely taught me, like, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. The 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them. No matter how much, like, time really don't heal.
But
Time do not heal. That person gonna always be them.
Time only heals if a person is, like, mentally there with it, you know? Like, time don't heal if it's two people.
You know the one from Michael Rubin's legendary White Party, where Lil Baby was front and center looking like the golden boy, Rubin standing right there with him, and another guest tucked in so close it looked like they were all part of one tight little unit. This wasn't your average group flick. The angle, the body language, the smiles, it gave off way more than just bros kicking it. Fans snatched up screenshots faster than a TMZ paparazzi in LA. And within hours, the internet was buzzing. And then, like perfect timing, 50 Cent himself jumps in and reposts it with a caption basically asking, "What's really going on here?" That was the spark that turned whispers into a wildfire. But for fans who'd been paying attention for a while, that photo wasn't some innocent party moment. It was what they'd been waiting on, visual proof. Proof that Rubin wasn't just Lil Baby's business friend, but allegedly the man moving pieces behind the curtain, financially and maybe even personally, depending on who you ask.
Gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
From that moment on, the jokes stopped feeling like jokes. The sugar daddy talk wasn't playful anymore. It stuck like glue. And every single time Lil Baby popped up with Rubin, or even with another billionaire or power player, the internet started dissecting it frame by frame like it was the Zapruder film. Believe it or not, that one single photo turned into the receipt. Fans didn't just look at it. They built a whole theory around it like it was a crime scene picture. Because let's be real, Michael Rubin isn't just some random rich guy who happens to pop up in Lil Baby's shots. He's a billionaire, surrounded by athletes, music execs, and some of the most powerful names in the entire industry. That's not a casual circle you just stumble into. You either get invited in or pulled in. And if you've been paying attention, Lil Baby has been right there in the mix Every single time. Courtside games, private jet trips, birthday blowouts, he was always in the lineup next to Ruben. Now, Lil Baby did try to clear the air about that infamous white party photo. He claimed Ruben is just his boy, and what people thought looked suspicious was simply them play wrestling when the camera snapped.
It was a one-night stand. Play with Lil Baby's ass.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
He gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby had slid in my DMs. He asked me if I was in Miami, and I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up, and the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it. You know, you got a lot of people that's just a setup situation. But it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing at me. Like, it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man?
According to Baby, it was nothing deep. Just a moment that happened to get frozen in the worst possible angle. But even with him brushing it off, fans weren't buying it. They keep pointing to other moments that make the friendship look way too complicated to be just friends. The gambling story is the one that makes people raise eyebrows the highest. Lil Baby himself admitted he blew nearly $9 million in less than 2 days. Money gone like dust. And when things spiraled that bad, guess who allegedly stepped in to save him? Michael Rubin. According to Baby, Rubin personally reached out to casinos and had him banned from betting, supposedly to protect him from himself. To some people, that whole gambling rescue just sounds like a loyal friend stepping in when things got too messy. But to the ones already sold on the DL theory, it hits way different. It feels more like someone protecting an investment and making sure the person they're tied to doesn't drift too far away. The kind of move that says, I need you in line because you're part of something bigger than you think. And here's where it gets even stranger. Lil Baby always made it clear he was proud of having no tattoos. He'd bring it up in interviews, saying he wanted to keep a clean look so he could step into business circles without being judged or stereotyped. It became a key part of his image. Baby was the superstar who stayed ink-free, different from everybody else in the rap game. Fans respected it because it felt like discipline and brand strategy. So when people spotted his very first tattoos, it already made headlines. But what really shocked everyone wasn't that he got tatted. It was where? His inner thighs. Nobody saw that coming.
You say that you don't have any tattoos at all?
Nope.
So what's the reason why you made sure in the world of tattoos, you don't have any?
Being younger, like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug. I don't want to be no thug. You feel? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. You get what I'm saying? That ain't what I want. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Damn.
Only time I can see me getting a tattoo, like, it gotta be real sentimental to me.
Out of all the places he could have chosen, that's the spot. The internet lit up instantly, questioning the decision, like, why there of all places? What message is that supposed to send? And just when the noise was starting to settle, Baby himself added more fuel without even realizing it. During a performance, he hit the stage rocking shorts, a tank top, and a pink designer belt, moving around, hyping the crowd, and at one point pulling his shorts just high enough to flash the ink. Fans caught it on video, and within hours, the clip went viral. Twitter, TikTok, IG, everywhere. It didn't take long before fans grabbed those clips, zoomed in, and blasted them all over the internet with captions that were anything but subtle. Some folks brushed it off, saying Baby was just showing off new ink and feeling himself. But others tied it directly into the DL whispers, calling it a soft launch of a different side of him. And once that narrative caught fire, there was no slowing it down. It became one more receipt, fueling the idea that this wasn't just about tattoos at all. Lil Baby clearly wasn't feeling the jokes. He jumped on Lil Yachty's podcast to clear the noise, saying straight up that the rumors weren't funny to him. He even revealed that he went so far as to pull security footage from the infamous white party to prove the hug with Ruben was nothing more than a quick, harmless moment. But here's the kicker. He admitted he had the footage, yet never released it. And when you're dealing with the internet, saying, "I've got proof, but I'm not showing it," is like waving a red flag. Instead of shutting people up, it gave the rumor mill even more ammunition. And that's where things start to feel less like random coincidences and more like patterns people can't ignore. Because every time fans connect the dots, one name keeps coming back up: James Harden.
And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly. Play with Lil Baby's ass, but the third time we linked up, I ate his asshole out. Yeah. I think Lil Baby is bisexual. I was sucking his, and I started going down. And yeah, he didn't stop me. He put his legs back to him. Yeah, he was holding him.
And let's be real, their friendship has never been low-key. For years, they've been spotted courtside at games, jetting around together, hitting up major events side by side. It's like they move as a two-man package deal. But the moment that really had people locked in was Harden's over-the-top birthday gift for Lil Baby back in 2020. Harden didn't just pull up with a little present. He went wild. He dropped a Prada duffel bag stuffed with $100,000 in cash, threw in a Richard Mille watch worth a fortune on its own, and to top it all off, added honey buns, Baby's favorite snack, as the cherry on top. Fans couldn't believe it because that wasn't just a gift, that was a statement. Yes, actual honey buns. The clip of Lil Baby unwrapping that Prada duffel stuffed with cash, a Richard Mille, and the snack that matched his nickname spread across every platform like wildfire. Some fans looked at it as nothing more than a rich friend flexing, an NBA superstar showing love to a rapper he rocks with. But for others, that gift was way too personal, way too tailored, and way too loud to ignore. One viral comment even joked, "Lil Baby been giving his honey buns to Harden." And just like that, the jokes turned into fuel for the DL theory crowd. And that's the dangerous part. The internet doesn't need hard proof to build a story. All it takes is a few flashy moments, some suspicious inside jokes, and a narrative that feels like it fits. Harden's extravagant birthday gift quickly became one of the core receipts in this ongoing saga, and it didn't stop there. Not long after that, Harden and Lil Baby were right back in headlines together. This time across the globe at Paris Fashion Week 2021. They weren't in France looking for trouble, but trouble sure found them. Their car got stopped by French police who claimed they smelled cannabis inside. Cameras swarmed instantly, and the whole thing went down in front of an international audience. Harden got frisked right there on the street, questioned, and eventually let go. But Baby, he wasn't so lucky. He ended up fined for possession and walked off toward a police van with cameras snapping every single step. The photos hit the internet before they even made it back to their hotel, turning what could have been a low-key situation into global headlines.
Bad because he proud of me, full of honey buns, with a honey bun, you know what I'm saying? Man, shit ain't got serious, man. You hear me, man? I'm on the ground with a honey bun and a honey bun. You got two rich in man? Two rich in one day, man. And he proud of you, so everybody been proud about because he proud of me, man. You proud of me? Proud of proud of you. Yeah. Honey bun. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. They gonna have to catch up tomorrow. But they gonna try to try. Shit. They right, y'all. Come on. You deserve it. Come on. You know, I like getting that paper. Hey, nobody move me.
And for people who were already suspicious of the Harden Baby bond, this wasn't just a legal hiccup. It was another chapter in the too close for comfort storyline that fans swear they see unfolding. At the time, most people brushed off that Paris bust as an unlucky run-in with French police. But looking back now, fans fold it right into the bigger pattern. Another high-profile headline with Harden, another clip added to the never-ending compilation videos. And here's where things stretch even further, because the internet didn't stop at Harden. Whispers started popping up about Lil Baby and other artists too. One of the most talked about theories was a supposed thing with Juice RLD. Now, nothing was ever confirmed, and there's no solid proof, but for fans who already believe the DL narrative, it slid right into the same story they'd been building for years. The idea wasn't about evidence anymore, it was about stacking rumors until they looked like facts. And then came the wildest moment yet, the leaked tape drama. Random clips started floating around online, allegedly showing someone who looked like Lil Baby in a compromising position with another man. No one knew where the footage came from. No one could prove it was real, but the internet didn't care. Within hours, the videos were spreading everywhere, fueling timelines and making hashtags trend overnight. Lil Baby couldn't ignore that one. He had to address it directly. He jumped on social media and clapped back, writing, "Y'all gotta stop using my name and likeness when y'all get bored. The extremes people go to for clout is sick. Ain't no mystery in my history on no level. This my last time addressing any kind of dumb clickbait." His words were strong, but by then, the damage was already done. TF is wrong with y'all? No flaws, no cap in my raps. That was Lil Baby's final clapback. But instead of shutting it all down, it lit the fire even hotter. His words alone sparked another wave of DL talk. And things went left when IG model Teresa Lava jumped on a podcast and casually hinted at a personal run-in with Baby. She didn't give the full play-by-play, but she dropped just enough for rumor pages to go wild, implying that her one-night stand with him wasn't exactly what people expected. The clips spread everywhere, and suddenly fans were side-eyeing harder than ever. What made it even messier is that Teresa didn't fully confirm anything. She just dangled the story out there and let the blogs eat it alive. One line from her interview, "Yeah, he was holding him," was enough for folks to connect it straight back to all the DL whispers, screenshots, memes, think pieces. It was chaos all over again. And through all of this, Jayda Wayda has kept completely quiet. No confirmation, no denial, just staying focused on her businesses and keeping her co-parenting with Baby smooth. Her silence makes people think she knows more than she's letting on. But for now, she's playing it cool and letting the storm swirl around him. But here's the thing, rumors like this never just vanish. Every time Baby hits the stage, drops new music, or pops up next to the same circle of names, the theory gets dragged right back into the spotlight. So maybe the real question isn't whether it's true or not. Maybe it's what's the next bombshell that's gonna drop and flip the conversation all over again. So let me know your thoughts on this whole mess. Do you think Baby's just getting caught in wild rumors, or is there more to it? Drop your comments below, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what's on our radar next.